July 31st.
And that's how we wrap up another trending day. Thanks for hanging out with us here on What's Trending. Now, there's no What's Trending tomorrow, but you can tune in to live coverage of the handing over ceremony for the new Commodore at 9:30 a.m. on the ZNS network. Remember, the conversation never stops. Catch up with us on Instagram at What's Trending ZNS. Share your thoughts and let us know what you think should be trending next. We'll be back on Monday at 6 p.m. with more headlines, highlights, and heat. Until then, stay curious and most of all, stay connected.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition has a look at stories making news tonight.
Police siege a large quantity of drugs on Grand Bahama. Now the search is on for those responsible. Also, residents speak out against issues surrounding the Liwathon Bos terminal. And a South Bahamian resident's vehicle is broken into. Now she's urging her neighbors to stay alert.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news, the search is on for the owners of a large quantity of drugs after yet another large drug bust on Grand Bahama, this time in a residential community around 8:20 p.m. Wednesday. Police say they were acting on information when they made the find. Cleopatra Murphy has tonight's top story.
Police in Grand Bahama made a significant drug find, recovering more than $100,000 in suspected marijuana from an abandoned vehicle in North Bahamia overnight.
The Rapid Response Unit went to the area of North Bahamia, where their attention was drawn to a Chevy Malibu, derelict vehicle, no plates attached. Officers checked the vehicle, where they discovered 2 suitcases inside the interior of this vehicle. The officers opened the suitcase, where they found several assortment of brown wrapped packages inside of the suitcase.
83 packages to be exact, and enclosed in them an estimated 165 pounds of marijuana with an estimated street value of $165,000. Officer in charge of crime operations for the Northern Bahamas, Chief Superintendent Will Hart, says the vehicle and drugs found on Ellis Lightfoot Avenue are now in police custody as they continue investigations.
No arrest has been made at this time, but I assure you this is an active investigation, which we're hopeful that we'll conclude very shortly.
Following this latest drug bust, Hart has this advice for the culprits.
It is recommended that those persons who are responsible or have any information of how these drugs got into the vehicle to turn yourself in to the nearest police station. We assure you, members of the public, that the Royal Bahamas Police Force remains steadfast in keeping you safe. This seizure is a clear indication that we will ensure the Bahamian people, the decent Bahamian people, that they will not be disrupted by this form of drugs.
Hart says police remain steadfast in their efforts to rid the Bahamas of illegal drugs. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Just one station.
Serious concerns tonight from residents in East Grand Bahama about the operations of Liwathon Bos terminal, the company that took over from Equinor South Riding Point in 2023. Following reports of a fuel leak at the facility, residents are now voicing frustrations over foul odors, poor communication, and fears tied to the type of oil being stored at the site. More details in this report.
It's not an attack on the company. We just want clarity. We want to know that our community is safe and that our family members who work on these sites are safe.
It's a growing unease in East Grand Bahama. Residents there say the new oil terminal operation at Liwathon Bos is raising red flags, from strong unexplained odors to a lack of direct updates from the company. The situation has some residents on edge.
We have a concern with the smell, the odor, foul odor that's coming from the terminal. And then we're hearing complaints of what exactly it is that they're storing. And so we're not quite sure on exactly what the facility is holding, whether it's crude oil, whether it's fine diesel or gasoline. So there's just a lot of unsurety, and then we don't know how safe it really is.
Access to the boat ramp in High Rock, a lifeline for many local fishermen, has also been restricted. It is an issue they hoped would be addressed when Liwathon officially took over the South Riding Point facility from Equinor in mid-2023. And while the company has created jobs in the area, some residents feel the benefits haven't trickled down enough. They're calling for more investment into the local community.
I personally feel as though they have not been a good corporate citizen as far as trying to help to improve the environment that they, especially over the recent time, began to degrade.
I would like to see them do more for the community, such as the beach out here, at least once a month. Clean up the clean up campaign, clean up the beach, and stuff like that. And even with the school, they make all the money here. I'll put some back to show appreciation.
Calls are now growing for elected officials to speak out.
These people are making millions of dollars next door, and look at the seawall. It is a very, very sad situation. Our leaders have to get involved, okay? Mr. Thompson, I respect highly, have to get involved. They got to speak out. They have to stop.
Another resident citing issues with the response to the oil spill at the facility following Hurricane Dorian in 2019.
All that oil, all that tank, all that stuff blew away. And the conclusion was there was no environmental impact on there.
You didn't believe that?
You know, I know. And the soldiers who crawled the road know that it had to be environmental impact. You can still see indications of the oil that is draining down their tanks. And if there were no impact, why was all that Dayton oil moved and dumped on the north side, where the rest of that went?
Northern Service team reported claims of a fuel leak at the Liwathon property. According to sources, the alleged leak resulted from a rupture in a pipeline located on land. The Ministry of Environment releasing this statement on Wednesday. The statement reads in part, "We at the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources were made aware of a possible environmental infraction at the Liwathon facility, formerly Equinor South Riding Point in East End, Grand Bahama." The statement continues, "Our oil spill expert with the ministry has been dispatched to East End and is currently on the ground assessing the situation. We await the findings of the assessment and the recommendation."
Well, the Department of Environment visiting Liwathon Bos today following concerns from the community. Liwathon Bos LLC releasing a press statement today reaffirming its cooperation with the department. According to the statement, this underscores the company's commitment to transparency, environmental safety, and strict regulatory compliance. On the 7th of July 2023, representatives from Liwathon Bos LLC met with officials from the DEH, including the director and regulator. All parties agreed to maintain open channels of communication, introduce regular reporting, and facilitate frequent inspections of the terminal following the change in ownership. The statement goes on to say that since the agreement, DEH officials have carried out several inspections of the facility, most recently today, and have raised no concerns or observations of non-compliance. The Department of Health is fully apprised of the matters outlined above, and any inquiries should be directed to the department. Liwathon's statement concludes that the company will continue to keep the Department of Health fully informed of its operational activities and will report any incident immediately. A South Bahama resident is speaking out and urging neighbors to remain vigilant after her vehicle was broken into early Monday morning. Shalia Roll reports.
A shocking discovery of work-related items, including a waffle maker and a glass one-burner stove, leaves Ileana Neely cautioning residents of car break-ins in the community. She came to the realization as she was unloading her car as she arrived to work on the morning of May 4th, 2025. This prompting her to check camera footage. Neely saw that an unknown man with a shirt covering his face in her car.
When it was time to get to work and to go to work, I got up to continue to pack the other items into the car and went off to work. And as I began to load off the items, I realized that 2 of my items were missing. One being a burner, a single burner that's a glass top that I had just purchased, and a new waffle maker that I had just purchased was missing. So
Upon reviewing camera footage, she alerted community members, leaving them to check their cameras. Her neighbors then told her that they were also victims in months prior.
Talked to the neighbors. I got videos too of him leaving the corner from the neighbors, and apparently it happened last year a few times to 3 different neighbors. So yeah, it was happening through the corner before last year.
Neely says that this act leaves her feeling violated.
Everybody is working hard, struggling, trying to make ends meet. So for someone to come and take something from you without asking, it makes you feel quite violated.
She's now cautioning everyone in the community to lock their car doors.
The only thing we can do now is lock your cars. I guess after a while you get comfortable because you know everybody around, but you have to lock your cars and be vigilant of people walking through your neighborhood. Be mindful, of your surroundings.
Now, police officials say if you have any information on this case, you can contact the nearest police station. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Roll.
And still to come.
The Godfrey R. Williams Foundation celebrating unsung heroes at the 3rd Rising Voices Awards. All that, sports, and more when we come back.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping. Travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Grand Lucayan invites everyone to the biggest and most elaborate Mother's Day Sunday brunch happening May 11th in the Grand Ballroom. Enjoy live music, food stations, giveaways, and special performances. Tickets are on sale now at the lobby. Call 373-1383 for more information. Don't miss the 25% Mother's Day sale at Park & Shop this May 8th, 9th, and 10th, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, including underwear. Calling all singers, musicians, songwriters, and music producers from Grand Bahama. The Ministry for Grand Bahama invites you to enter the Welcoming Home Grand Expo Song Competition. Win $5,000 for first, $3,000 for second, and $2,000 for third. Go to ministryforgb.com for competition eligibility and guidelines. Looking for unbeatable tech deals? Foresight IT Professionals has desktops from $298, laptops from $238, POS systems from $498, CCTV systems from $298, tablets from $148, and more. Call 602-0946 or visit number 11 4-Way Co-op Plaza today. Signature Furniture's Mother's Day sale is on. Get 20% off selected items May 8th through the 10th. Visit them on West Atlantic Drive in the Emerald Building. Browse, select, and collect. Call 688-4000.
In Grand Bahama. An opportunity, it's knocking louder than ever. Introducing Tract B, Bahama Reef Yacht and Country Club, Unit 1. A prime corner commercial property, footsteps from the Port Lacaya Marketplace, crystal clear waters, and white sandy beaches. This expansive 4.8-acre tract is zoned for commercial and multi-use development. Envision a thriving restaurant, a boutique hotel, or an entertainment hub unique to your vision come to life. You can live, work, play, and learn in paradise when you seize this rare opportunity today. Collaborate with DEFCO and let's shape the future of Grand Bahama Island together.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The Godfrey R. Williams Foundation hosting its 3rd edition of the Rising Voices Awards on May 2nd at Jubilee Cathedral. The evening highlighting a number of leaders on Grand Bahama that have been servicing the nation in that respective roles. Our Jay Philippe was there and filed the details in this report.
It was standing room only as 36 persons throughout Grand Bahama were honored at the 2025 Rising Voices Awards ceremony. Also, 6 persons were recognized as champions of legacy for their long-serving influence as nation builders over the years. The honorees range from a multitude of professions, including education, engineering, health and wellness, public service, justice and advocacy, and even entrepreneurship. Family, friends, and supporters filled the room as they cheered on the honorees. The evening program included musical selections, bringing special remarks as the keynote speaker was Emil Simonet.
To this wonderful group of honorees, I know that you have worked hard as well. And tonight signifies this, as you are among the champions of legacy, award recipients, and rising voices being singled out by the Godfrey R. Williams Foundation. I congratulate you on this outstanding achievement, and yet God's plan is for you to excel beyond where you are at this present time.
Established in 2022 by the Godfrey R. Williams Foundation, the Rising Voices Award shines a spotlight on unsung everyday champions who are making an impact on our community.
This year, the foundation has taken on a great challenge. And what they've endeavored to do is, one, to assist the Rotary Club of Grand Bahama to purchase an incubator.
According to Bishop Godfrey R. Williams, the individuals being honored embodied the spirit of resilience, community, and legacy, each leaving a lasting imprint through their unwavering efforts.
We are so honored for you accepting this great honor.
The night ended with the presentation of awards and many photo opportunities for those that were honored, along with their supporters. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jay Philippe.
Well, as Child Abuse Prevention Month continues to be recognized around the world throughout April, the Family Empowerment Youth Mentoring Organization hosting its Epidemic of Child Abuse seminar on Saturday at the Whole Man Christian Center. The event focused on identifying signs of abuse, understanding risk factors, and exploring solutions to combat child abuse. Wayne Carey, founder of the Family Empowerment Youth Mentoring Organization, expressing his excitement over the seminar's success, emphasizing that the collective efforts of residents and community leaders are crucial in addressing the issue. Pastor Rudy Roberts, also in attendance, offering his support to his spiritual son.
This year was actually helping our attendees to understand the movements of the perpetrator, the movement of the predator, so that they can understand it, because the predator, he looks just like me. He's going to come, he's going to be a part of everything, and so he plays the role as, you know, being nice, helping you out, but at the same time, he has an ulterior motive.
This conference is so needed. You know, to be honest with you, it is the key for deliverance in all ministries.
Presenters included Assistant Superintendent of Police and Officer in charge of the Domestic Violence Unit, Miriam Archer, along with Brenna May Cooper, founder of the Vessels of Purpose Elite Mentoring Program, both speaking on the widespread issue and outlining the legal steps individuals can take when faced with such situations.
I addressed the audience on the different aspects as relate to neglect, which involves children wandering about, children exposed to harmful environments, children being given intoxicating liquor or anything of that sort.
When I would have opened my presentation, I asked a simple question, which was, if your child or the children that you have care and responsibility for is nonverbal, they could not speak, how would you know that they're being harmed? And of course, persons would have given some awesome answers. And basically, it came from nonverbal cues. So it's depending on with the type of abuses that we are addressing, the indicator is applicable to that particular type of abuse.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay is up next in sports. But first, a look at the local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
For one day only at Dolly Madison on May 10th, get 30% off all Mother's Day items. That's aisles 7, 8, and 9 from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Get your 30% off voucher. You have until 3 p.m. only to use that 30% off voucher. But from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., get 25% off the same aisle. From houseware to bathroom to bedroom, even lawn and garden to fishing to automotive. Happy Mother's Day. But starting now, spend $100 or more and fill out your ticket for a chance to win a Mother's Day basket. Mother's Day fever is taking over at Dolly Madison.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
The Ministry for Grand Bahama invites residents and Grand Bahamians everywhere to unite and celebrate our beautiful island in grand style at the Welcoming Home Grand Expo, July 2nd through 10th. It's a week of events that you cannot miss. Save the date and get ready for Welcoming Home.
Celebrate the incredible women in your life this Mother's Day, and don't forget the special offer from Bahamas. April 16th to May 16th, enjoy a fantastic 35% off store-wide. That's right, everything you need to show your love and appreciation is on sale. Whether it's a heartfelt gift for mom, a treat for yourself, or something special for that amazing woman in your life, we've got you covered. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Visit any one of our stores today. Make this Mother's Day unforgettable with Bahamas.
Get a jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. Top in Sports, the 21st annual Darrell Sayers Basketball Showcase is scheduled for next weekend, May 16th to the 28th at the St. George's Gymnasium. The invite-only showcase will feature some of the top basketball high school prospects throughout the country. A number of U.S. coaches will be in town that weekend recruiting Bahamian players.
Right now, we have scheduled to come South Alabama University, UMBC University, and University of California, Bakersfield. Those are 3 Division I coaches. We have Gordon State Junior College, that's scheduled to come, 3 Rivers Junior College in Missouri, St. Petersburg from Florida. We have a Division II coming in from New Mexico. That'll be coming in, the schedule coming in, and then we got about 5 different high schools that'll be coming in, Victory Rock Prep, Miami Prep, Miami House Prep out of Miami. You have also Veratus, which is way from California. They're coming in. They have a few Bahamians on that team, which is an elite program.
Next in sports, the Grand Bahama Darts League is now preparing for the playoffs in the next few weeks.
Each teams, we play just like any other team sport where we have home and away games and we have home venues. So it's been going pretty good.
And finally in sports, the Shockwave Elite Flag Football League is heading into Week 5 this weekend. The Thunder is one of those teams looking also to make a strong playoff push as they near the mid-season.
So far, we've been exceeding expectations, I would say, for our season. We have a lot of the younger kids on our team, and I do feel as if we are making some great strides and progress. And at the end of the day, that is the whole purpose of the Shockwave Elite 5-on-5. We're not just developing young football players, but we're also developing young men for the foreseeable future.
Ladies and gents, that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
This time I'm on a one-way.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. For the next few months, we will be conducting the Household Expenditure Survey on various islands.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important? Well, it helps us to determine the poverty line and assess how to ensure everyone has access to the basic services they need. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future. We know that your time is valuable, which is why we've made the survey as simple and easy as possible. And don't worry, all your information you provide is confidential.
Your participation will help us gather accurate information that will benefit everyone in the Bahamas. Thank you for your cooperation and being a part of shaping the future of the Bahamas.
Hi, my name is Rosalie Bailey. My husband George and I own Pisces Restaurant, so welcome to Pisces. We've been in business for the last 45 years, weathered all the storms in Grand Bahama, up and down on the roller coaster, and we're still here, serving more than 40-odd different types of pizzas. We've got a fabulous menu. We serve everything from lobster thermidor, seafood platters, and our very special curries. We have a very extensive menu, so you need to come in and look at it. A little bit of something for everyone. So if you'd like to come and have a party here, you're celebrating a birthday or an anniversary or a christening, whether it's from 2 to 50, we can take care of you. We're located now at the Grand Bahama Yacht Club, right on Midshipman. It's a beautiful setting out here. You can find us from 4 o'clock in the evening until midnight. The kitchen is open till 11. Our telephone contact is 373-5192. We also have cell numbers of 807-5192 and 823-8266.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight continues. Here's a live look at them now.
News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, a major win for the financial services sector. The Bahamas removed from France's blacklist. Also, promises of anti-corruption, new recruitment, and an expanded fleet. The new Defense Force Commodore charts the way forward. And a successor to Pope Francis elected. Reaction tonight from the head of the local archdiocese. The Bahamas Tonight, the national report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Continued efforts to meet international standards on tax cooperation and transparency paying off huge dividends for the Bahamas. More than a year after being taken off the European Union's blacklist, the Bahamas has been officially removed from France's list of non-cooperative states and territories in tax matters. The now expanded ability to operate in jurisdictions like France only enhances the country's attractiveness as an international financial center. Now, news of the delisting comes only a day after the Prime Minister returned from a high-stakes meeting in Washington where he lamented the sustained pressure applied to the Bahamas, not due to any wrongdoing, but shifting international standards.
One-size-fits-all blacklists and policy decisions made without meaningful input from the countries affected. This has amounted to what many of us regard as an unfair and often unbalanced assault on the reputation and viability of our industry. The impact has been felt not only in boardrooms, but by everyday Bahamians in loss of jobs, diminished competitiveness, and reduced access to essential banking services.
As the Prime Minister made clear to the media Wednesday, the Bahamas has in turn responded not with complaints, but reforms. Case in point, yesterday's passing of 2 financial bills aimed at enhancing transparency and compliance within the financial services sector and strengthening investor confidence. The Bahamas, he stressed, wishes to work with the United States to build a global financial system that is fair, risk-sensitive, and responsive.
Our interests are not in conflict. We both want to stop illicit finance. We both want strong, well-regulated institutions. And we both want rules that support trust, not drive responsible countries out of the system. That is why we welcome the U.S. Treasury Secretary's willingness to engage on the issue of de-risking and why we will continue pushing for solutions that pressure financial integrity.
Well, while in Washington, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis also brought up a long-standing concern, the economic benefits Bahamians receive from the U.S. naval base in Andros, known as AUTAC. He says U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio pledged to involve more Bahamians.
While we value the strategic defense relationship between our two nations, we must also ensure that Bahamians benefit meaningfully from the economic activity associated with that base. Our American counterparts were open to further discussions on how to create more pathways for Bahamian contractors and workers to participate. And I will continue leading that conversation personally.
In other news tonight, a leadership transition within the country's military. A new Commodore welcomed amid farewell to the old. Devontae Hanna was at the Coral Harbor base today and has the details.
At the Coral Harbor base, a ceremonial parade, precise salutes, and an air of reflection marked a pivotal day for the Royal Bahamas Defense Force as the near 2,000 officers welcomed its new Commodore, Floyd Moxie.
I'm surrounded by talented, competent people, and I think we're going to move the organization forward.
Moxie, an attorney and seasoned officers, now tasked with leading the force into its next chapter amid growing regional threats and manpower issues, which he pledges to address.
It is my intent to align with the will of the government of the Bahamas to forge a defense force that is modern, resilient, and forward-looking.
It is a historic day, not just because of who's stepping in, but because of who's stepping down. Former Commodore Dr. Raymond King, whose tenure has seen national crises, modernization efforts, and even form international partnerships. Today is not just a changing of the guard, but it is a moment to celebrate a career that is defined by service. Brought to tears by an emotional tribute from his wife, whom he met on the force after 39 years of service, and 4 at the helm, he closed the chapter marked by modernization, maritime security upgrades, and global cooperation.
Concerted efforts were placed on my part to exemplify leadership qualities characterized by professionalism, integrity, and fairness.
Continuing that transition is Moxie, who Dr. King believes is well equipped to navigate the evolving challenges of the organization while fulfilling its mandate. First, by ensuring the Defense Force Maritime's fleet meets 21st century standards.
And that is my main objective. We need to get it up to 85% operation. We operating now maybe around 65%. We have a threat from Haiti, and what we will be doing is increasing our maritime presence in the southern Bahamas.
According to Moxie, on May 31st, the Defense Force will receive 150 new recruits as he pledges to decentralize their security efforts. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Meantime, history made. For the first time, a woman ascends to the second highest rank within the Royal Bahamas Defense Force. For Deputy Commodore Natasha Miller, it was a moment that shattered a glass ceiling at the Coral Harbor base as the country's military continues its efforts to modernize and diversify its leadership. In her first remarks following her appointment, Miller told reporters it was a moment bigger than her.
I think that there were great women before me who could have arisen to this rank or even a higher rank, but they were just not given the opportunity. But I am happy today that I am here, and it has opened the door for other women in this organization and in other uniform branches. You've seen the Commissioner of Police. She has risen to the top. So I might have an opportunity to rise to the top, but at this moment I am indeed grateful.
Coming up, a number of high school students fall ill. We'll explain when the national report returns.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Irresistible taste of a KFC big deal, some people will do anything. KFC is finger-licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. For the next few months, we will be conducting the household expenditure survey on various islands.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important? Well, it helps us to determine the poverty line and assess how to ensure everyone has access to the basic services they need. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future. We know that your time is valuable, which is why we've made the survey as simple and easy as possible. And don't worry, all your information you provide is confidential.
Your participation will help us gather accurate information that will benefit everyone in the Bahamas. Thank you for your cooperation and being a part of shaping the future of the Bahamas.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
You're looking at a shot there of downtown Nassau, the country's heartbeat. There you can see the Houses of Parliament built way back in the 1920s. We say a huge thank you to drone cameraman Neville Smith. Welcome back. Quite a scare for parents of a group of AF Adelaide Junior High students who were rushed to hospital this morning during a special assembly in the school's auditorium. When telephoned about the incident, school officials replied with no comment. However, after being advised by the Public Hospitals Authority, the Ministry of Education issued a release confirming that all the students are stable and are in good spirits. Now, parents and guardians added the release have been briefed and further updates will be provided. Now, as for what led to the children falling ill, we're told symptoms included lightheadedness, chest pains, and shortness of breath. Hospital officials say it appears the children suffered heat exhaustion. However, all possibilities have not been ruled out. Well, the government yesterday inking a deal with a local aviation and weather traffic entity that it says will greatly enhance and revolutionize meteorological services in the country. The deal will also lead to opportunities for Bahamians and fill essential gaps. Corval Pyfram has all the details.
Air travel to the Bahamas has grown exponentially, but the country's ability to properly monitor, regulate, and generate revenue through use of its airspace has fallen behind. The heads of agreement signed at the office of the Prime Minister yesterday with Bahamas Aviation Climate and Severe Weather Limited, or BACSWIN, is being hailed as revolutionary, setting the wheels in motion for enhanced weather forecasting, safer air traffic tracking, and better revenue collection for the government. Michael Strawn is the group's financial advisor.
This project will allow for enhanced safety for airlines and its customers, as well as expanded revenue streams for the government, which with respects to airspace usage and overflight fees.
Through this deal, the Bahamas becomes home to the Caribbean's first ever Meteorological Watch Office.
The Watch Office, coupled with BACSWIN's novel atmospheric aviation, climate, service hydrology, 3D terrain, street and chart mapping, severe weather tracking and sensor network, will bring about real-time flight tracking and enhanced reporting of meteorological conditions affecting the Bahamas.
Prime Minister Philip Davis just back from high-level talks in D.C. where the issue of climate change and weather-related matters were discussed, says this project comes at a critical time.
As a nation, we are on the front line of climate change. The storms we face are stronger. The risks to life and property are growing. In such a world, data is not a luxury. It is a necessity.
While it may come at a critical time, the Prime Minister welcomes the opportunities it comes with.
This agreement includes the provision of at least 10 scholarships per annum and clear commitments to train and employ qualified Bahamians in meteorology, aviation law, weather broadcasting, and other technical fields in the aviation space.
This project is expected to generate more than $420 million over the course of 3 years. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
The case has been made repeatedly. A multi-pronged approach is needed to resolve the backlog of cases plaguing the local judiciary, and National Security Minister agrees, going further to add that the solution demands more from attorneys, prosecutors, and judges. We get more in this report from Lloyd Allen.
The backlog of cases in the Bahamian court system is of significant concern, with delays affecting both criminal and civil proceedings. As of recent reports, criminal cases are experiencing delays of 12 to 18 months, with some extending beyond that time frame, while civil and commercial cases face similar delays, while family court matters typically experience shorter wait times of approximately 9 to 12 months. National Security Minister and former president of the Bahamas Bar Association, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, spoke candidly about some of the challenges leading to the current backlog of cases in the court system.
The administration of justice, as all Chief Justice says, is a cooperative effort, and all the parties have a part in making it run efficiently.
Now, regarding prosecutors, the minister suggests they should focus on the aspect of merit and let that consideration be on a case-by-case basis.
So the fact that you can find 50 witnesses to call doesn't mean that you have to call all 50 of them.
The Minister of National Security also reminding defense lawyers to accept cases they are skilled to handle. He also identified trial dates as an also important area which can benefit from more efficiency.
Like, I handed something to you. If that's undisputed, why do we have to call 2 people?
The Minister of National Security is also reminding defense lawyers to accept cases they are skilled to handle. He also identified trial dates as another area which can benefit from more efficiency.
Today we have a system where you know the trial date well in advance, as you all know. So when you know the trial dates well in advance, you have the ability not to seek to get trials dates that you know will conflict.
Now, regarding judges, the minister reasons that control starts and ends with them. Reporting from the Nassau Street Court Complex for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Are you straight? Bro, I ain't getting no service. I can't make no calls. I can't post nothing on my stories. I don't get it.
Wait, you on the live? Shad, come, let's fix that. Come. This one needs saving. Pour them over, please.
Say less. Sign up today. Enjoy 5 gigs on us with select prepaid plans when you port your number to Alive, or 3 months free Alive fiber services when you port your landline.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Expo now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass that along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that can take them further in life.
New stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a taste you'll enjoy.
Outside and inside.
With a delicious stuffed crust covered in irresistible cheddar flavor. Come and try the new stuffed crust cheddar flavor only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
We're all in this boat together. It takes a team to do it. It doesn't take one person or 3 people, 5 people. It takes a team of people to pull this thing off.
We have about 72 employees in Freeport, and the rest are in Nassau, Abelcona, Luthra. A total of over 165.
A lot of people are not aware that Sans is brewed here in the Bahamas. It's made
It's produced here in Grand Bahama Island after Dorian, and especially during the pandemic. Every time I saw a bottle of beer, every time I saw a Sands product, it represented resilience.
The only thing I can say to the Bahamian people is to support your own.
All of us are in this boat together, our staff, the country, everyone. And we've been through a lot of rough patches, taken on water, bail the water out, and now it's time to be sailing forward. And we need everyone's support to make that happen.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
A truly historic day at the Vatican as cardinals elected a new head of the Catholic Church. Robert Prevost, who has chosen the name Leo XIV, is the 267th occupant of the throne of St. Peter as the new pope. The 69-year-old Chicago native is also the first American to assume the papacy. His election has the world's 1.4 billion Catholics excited from the Vatican to right here in the Bahamas. Corval Pyfrom has reaction tonight from the head of the local archdiocese. He joins us now in studio. Corval?
Elation tonight in Rome and right here at home. The election of the new pope seems to be being met with widespread approval.
It is a joy for us to have a new pope, of course.
Archbishop Patrick Pinder welcomes the election of the new pope and says this is a significant moment for the church. And the selection of the pope's name, Leo, is significant as well. His predecessor, Pope Leo XIII, the Archbishop explains, is cited as the first of the modern popes, and his influence is felt to this very day.
He is the one who developed what we have come to know as the Catholic social teaching, with a document called Rerum Novarum, and that has had a tremendous influence globally, including here locally in certain political sectors as well.
The Pope's election is historic also because it makes Leo the first American-born pontiff. But the Archbishop is quick to point out that his life of service and reach goes far beyond that.
While he is certainly an American by birth, I think that's an aspect of his biography. I think, though, the total picture is much, much broader than that.
As for what exactly Pope Leo's papacy will be like, Archbishop says that's too early to say. And while there's much speculation that because of his closeness to Pope Francis, his immediate predecessor, his pontificate will mirror that of the late Francis, the Archbishop says don't count on it.
I do believe that he certainly will embrace the best that Pope Francis had, but I don't think his pontificate will be an imitation of Pope Francis. The characters are very, very different. You can see that he doesn't have the same kind of personality as Pope Francis. But I do believe that he certainly will bring forward the best of the previous pontificate and also bring what his own charism to the office of the papacy is.
Archbishop Pinder does not know the new pope personally. The two have never met, but he tells us that a meeting with the new pope and all the bishops of the church is in the works, and that should be happening in the not too distant future. Back to you.
Well, thanks, Corval. Well, we'll certainly hear more reaction about the new pope over in Access Now, but for now, LaDawn and Marlena will tell us what else is coming up.
Well, Coach, I hope you have on your dancing shoes because this Cancer Month, and that ball is coming up later on this month, so I hope you're ready to dance. I know Malena is ready to dance, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're going to find out what the theme is and all the good details coming up. So I don't have the dress yet, but I believe in myself. Are you getting your dress ready? What about you, Coach? You getting yours ready last minute?
That's important. Yeah, belief in oneself is important. Stay tuned. We'll have more after the break.
Diet-friendly special.
one item? Are you tired of limited choices? I'll have the one item on the menu, thank you. Wow! So many choices. Why settle for less when you deserve more? When it comes to the ways you pay, the more, the better. With a variety of payment options available, you can enjoy the freedom to choose what works best for you. Choose freedom. Choose flexibility. Choose from the full menu of payment options. The future of pay is digital.
Do you ever just want more?
But wait, there's Marco's! Introducing the More Marco's menu, packed with your favorites starting at just $6. Like our warm, golden baked cheesy bread, crispy stuffed risotto. How about a hot, fresh, medium one-topping pizza, subs, calzones, pizza bowls, and more. Starting at just $6. Certain restrictions apply. More variety, more value, more Marco's. Order today at Marco's Pizza, Bahamas.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Malt just turned up the flavor dial, and vanilla is the smooth new twist, shaking up the Caribbean malt scene. Launched just last week, this creamy, bold, and refreshingly different addition is already stirring taste buds and making headlines. Ashley Whitney has the inside scoop.
We caught up with Jesus Lopez, regional manager for Vitamalt in the Caribbean, who shared why the Bahamas was chosen as the launch pad for this flavorful first sip. Spoiler alert, it's more than just the sun, sand, and sea. It's about flavor-savvy fans who know a good malt when they taste one.
Bahamas was chosen as the premier market because for over 25 years, Vitamalt has become a staple in every single Bahamian household. The level of support and love that the brand has gotten has been fantastic. So it is just natural for us to be able to select the Bahamas as the premier market for this launch.
Andre Walt, Director of Marketing and Partnerships at CBL, dished on how this sweet collaboration came to life.
Commonwealth Brewery, we are a strategic partner of Royal Unibrew, our partner in Denmark, and we've collaborated together on this innovation from the very, very beginning. All of the concept testing, the research, everything has been done here in the Bahamas to figure out what is the right flavor profile, the right branding, and the right way to communicate this new innovation to our esteemed consumers and customers.
Danielle Smith, Vitamalt's vibrant brand rep, gave us the inside pour on what makes this vanilla flavor stand apart from the rest.
This flavor is all about no added sugar. We offer our consumers 12 grams of sugar, which is 72% less than our original classic flavor Vitamalt. So it's obviously it's a healthier version than what our consumers are now experiencing. The older you get up in age, or when you want to curb and be more health conscious, these products offer a more wealthier, healthier option for you.
Of course, the big question on everyone's lips, will the Family Islands get to taste the magic too? We went straight to Denzel DeVoe, Senior Portfolio Manager at CBL, who hinted that there's something brewing for malt lovers beyond Nassau.
Because we're 700 wines and spirits, and we're basically 42 stores in total, in the total Bahamas. So we're going to have those stores act as our channels for the Family Islands. But in New Providence, we're going to work with our partners at AML, as well as Super Value, and also we're going to work with the government.
And finally, what's next for Vitamalt? One thing's clear, they're just getting started.
One of the pillars of Vitamalt is innovation. So we are always on the lookout to introduce new products that will satisfy the curiosity of every single malt consumer in the Bahamas. So you should expect new additions, but always in this new low, no sugar.
If you haven't tried the vanilla yet, what are you waiting for? Get out there and grab one. It's deliciously different.
Well, certainly awesome news for Vitamalt lovers out there. That does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.